Hello everyone, this is Ricky and I'd like to go over the basics of how to hold the violin. So first off, what do we need? We need the violin, and for some people even the shoulder rest. And how do I like to set up this shoulder rest is um, like this. So here's the middle and the legs here are equal away from each other. And finally, I can tilt this for an angle. I can turn the shoulder rest inwards or a little bit outwards, and just making sure it's tight here so that it doesn't drop. And finally, there's the positions, right? So the first thing I like to do here is called the resting position. Sometimes in orchestras, you will see members hold their violin out like this. And the other position would be, of course, the playing position. And here's another rest position. So something I want to go over is when I'm putting the violin up towards me, the violin is kind of diagonal in a 45-degree angle if I'm trying to say. And something else is that the scroll is roughly a little bit higher and pointed around my nose. And the reason why is that I want the strings here to be horizontally flat from the ground. All right. So next thing I like to do is let's just go over some of the more uncomfortable positions I've seen. There's several mistakes people tend to do, and some of them is like the droop, where they play the violin a little too low like this, and also the neck being too far back like this, right? So one thing I want to go over is that my face is almost as if I am staring forward, and my neck is positioned roughly as if I would be standing up normally. And if I do turn my neck, it's very, very little that I turn, just a little bit. And here's another example of mistakes some people do, where they lean too far out and the shoulder rises up. So here's a little fun game you can try to do. I want you to play, like, say, a game of positions where someone would be like, okay, I want to see you in rest position. And Simon says playing position. And I want you to experiment with something that looks awkward, right? And something that looks normal and comfortable. And the person that is playing, that will be saying, well, rest position or this position, they will determine if you look comfortable or not. So the goal is to have more points, let's say 5 points, and they'll decide between the positions, and they'll tell you if you look comfortable, they'll give you 1 point. And if they think you look uncomfortable, they will give you 0 points. Alrighty, so try this out for fun. This is the Ricky and basics of how to hold the violin.